Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It is 5:30 in the morning. If you can hear some weird noises in the background, that is my washing machine, so don't worry too much about that. Today we're going to be doing a boxing video. Now, I know a lot of these might not like boxing, but fuck it, I like boxing, so we're going to do a boxing video. And to be honest, I plan on doing a lot more videos to my Son of Scotland TV channel. It can be difficult, you know, working a full-time job, having a gaming channel, to find some time to upload vids to this channel. It can be a little bit hard, especially since they demonetise me. The motivation's a wee bit low, but well, fuck it, I'm going to improve on that. 2019 is going to be the year of Son of Scotland TV. So we're doing basically just my opinion and predictions here for Anthony Joshua against Big Baby, also known as Fat Bastard Jarrell Miller here. That is who AJ is going to be fighting next. I believe the fight is taking place somewhere in the States, probably Las Vegas, but don't quote me on that. I think it's Las Vegas, but I don't really know, and to be honest, I'm not really interested. Now, Eddie Hearn has come out and said that this is the best fight AJ could have, you know, picked. He was posting some stats today showing the top three, AJ, Wilder and Tyson Fury. He was showing each of their records after 23 fights. You know, how many undefeated fighters they'd fought, how many former world champions they'd fought, and how many world title fights they'd had. And the stats, they did look great if you're looking at them from an AJ's perspective. But you have to understand that AJ would not have had all these title fights, and he would, if Fury hadn't have beat Vladimir Klitschko. It is what it is. You know, Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, then he decided to, you know, take off from the sport, and that is how Charles Martin ended up being gifted a title, and then he lost it to AJ. So yes, AJ's record is good. He won the world title at a young age, and he's had big world title fights at a young age. He's done it a lot earlier in his career than Fury and Wilder did. Now, I'm not defending Wilder here because Wilder has a woeful record. He didn't step up the competition till he actually got a fight, and even then Stefan was another fake champion. But with Tyson Fury, he did beat Klitschko, and if he didn't beat Klitschko, then AJ would not have won his title against Charles Martin. Klitschko would have probably dominated for, you know, who knows how long. Klitschko wouldn't have had over a year and a half out because Tyson Fury wouldn't have messed him around in the rematch, you know, taking ages to happen. It being scheduled, then it been off, and then Vladimir having to go and do his own thing. So Vladimir wouldn't have had an over 18-month layoff, and he might not have lost to AJ because when Vladimir fought AJ, it was a pretty even fight, and Vladimir had the better of AJ. It looked like Vladimir had him beat, but I think Father Time, you know, told, and that's what happened. So that's my opinion. But anyway, on this fight, Eddie Hearn is saying that it's the best fight they could make. He says that Wilder, Fury aren't available, which is true, they're not. And then he says that AJ has already beat number 4 and number 5 in the world rankings, which is Povetkin and Dillian Whyte. Now, first of all, with Povetkin, when Povetkin last fought AJ in his last fight, he gave AJ a lot of trouble, especially in the early rounds. I mean, Povetkin won the first couple of rounds, there's no doubt about that. I think from round 5 onwards, that's when AJ began to take over. But while the fight lasted, it was a good fight, and I'm pretty sure if Povetkin got another chance, he would approach it differently. He would probably know that he's not going to last the entire 12 rounds at his age. You know, he's going to slow down as the fight progresses. I'm pretty sure if Povetkin got another shot at AJ, he would approach the fight differently. I'm not saying he'd win, but I'm saying he would probably, you know, go even harder in the opening rounds and try and force an early stoppage. As for Dillian Whyte, yes, AJ has already beat Dillian Whyte, but again, Dillian Whyte in that second round when he fought AJ, which was like 4 years ago, both fighters have improved a lot since then, but Dillian Whyte had AJ in trouble. He landed a clean left hook, and AJ was stumbling all over the place for like a good 5 seconds, and Dillian Whyte says he had an injury, and who knows, maybe if Dillian Whyte could have landed another shot, AJ might have been gone. Maybe Dillian Whyte would have went on to be champ, we don't know. But since then, Dillian Whyte has picked up, especially his last 3 wins have been against Lucas Brown, who, let's be honest, is garbage, but he was a champ. I think he was the regular WBA champion, so it's got to count for something. If Anthony Joshua's win against Charles Martin counts for the world title, then Dillian Whyte's win against Lucas Brown has to count, you know, going by the same standards and that. So he had that title win, then he beat Parker, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, was it the greatest fight in the world? No, but he did beat Parker. He held on. AJ also beat Parker, and that's Parker's only 2 defeats. Parker's supposed to be, you know, one of the top fighters in the division. So Dylan White went and beat him, and then Dylan White went and beat Derek Chisora, who was coming off probably his best win, which was against Carlos Takam. So Dylan White has took 3 big fights in a row, won them all, and apparently that's not enough to get a rematch against Joshua in an all-British clash, which a lot of people would want to see over this fight which is happening. Big baby Jarrell Miller, and he might be ranked number 6, but let's be honest guys, this is a fake ranking. If you look at Big Baby's record, he's beat nobody apart from, the only notable name on the guy's record is Gerard Washington, and Gerard Washington is a bum. He got beat by some fat Polish dude a couple weeks ago in the 2nd round, so it's not the best name to have. It's not the best win to have on your record. So Baby Miller might be ranked 6th, but what I'm saying is he shouldn't be ranked 6th. I don't think he's in the top 10. He's unproven. He hasn't beaten anyone, and I would have much preferred. Obviously, I think AJ should have fought White. If not White, then possibly the rematch against Povetkin. If not that, then I would have rather have seen him take a different fight. What about Puliev? What about Ortiz? You know what I mean? He could have went down one of those roads, but he didn't do that. They went for the money. That's what they went for. They didn't go for, you know, the highest ranked guy. They went for the fight in America because they didn't want to, you know, fight White, and they couldn't get the top 2. So it is what it is. But let's not be honest. Let's be honest, should I say? Big Baby is not the best fighter available for Joshua. That would be Luis Ortiz, and then probably Puliev, and there's probably a couple more people after that. It's not Big Baby Miller, but Big Baby Miller is the fight that's happening. In my opinion, unless it's got a really good undercard, man, this shouldn't be on Sky Box Office. We know it is. It's going to be on Sky Box Office because Eddie Hearn likes to make money, so it is. But, I mean, to make up for this fight, I know it's in America, they're going to sell the whole AJ goes to America, they're going to try and build that up, hype that up, but this should be, I think the undercard needs to be great in this fight for it to be worth the 20 quid. I probably won't buy it. It is what it is. Now, an update on Wilder and Fury. So this fight was supposed to be made official a few weeks ago, but it hasn't happened yet, and I think the deadline has been set back, so I'm not sure what's happening. It's proven to be a lot more difficult to make than the first time, and I think that is a bit of a coincidence. It's funny how when Wilder fought the Tyson Fury, you know, was drugged up and out of shape and done with boxing, he was washed up, you know, beaten up, past his best, unable to win fights. The first fight got made like within a week, very quickly, but since Fat Boy Tyson Fury got in the ring and absolutely schooled Wilder at like not even half as good as he'd be, not even 50% as good as he normally would be, it seems like the second fight is getting a lot harder to make. So I'm pretty sure that's no coincidence. Wilder, you know, probably doesn't want this fight, but it's going to happen. It's just Team Wilder's making it difficult. So I'm looking forward to that fight happening because we all know that Fury won the first fight. And that is it, guys. Let me know what's your opinion on Joshua against Miller. What's your opinion on Wilder Fury 2? And who would you like to have seen Joshua fight this time? Obviously, we know he can't fight Wilder or Fury because that fight's supposed to be happening. But aside from those two, who would you have liked to seen AJ fight? I would have liked to have seen Luis Ortiz, but I get that's a kind of high risk fight for a low reward because, like, Luis Ortiz, he isn't just not a big name. Not that Miller is, but like I said, with Miller, they can go to America. You know, it's a Brit against a Yank. With Luis Ortiz, it's just you know, some British world champ against a guy from Puerto Rico that hardly anybody's heard of, so it wouldn't have worked. And that is it, guys. We're going to leave it on that note. And one last thing to say, Fury was robbed. Until next time, peace.